So guys, while we wait for the dev server that might come today or tomorrow, we don't know yet, let's do a wrap up of the two streams that we had. So we had the English and Russian streams, and with that they basically showed some of the stuff, confirmed and denied some of the others. So let's talk a little bit about it. So the vehicles themselves, the M44 is going to be added for multiple nations, like 5 nations. I'm not going to even name all of them, but it's a lot of nations. The RDF is going to be a premium, as it was confirmed. The Su-33 is going to be a squadron vehicle. Very cool aircraft, but I gotta say, it is not going to be anything too different from what we expected. So normal missiles, 13.0 BR, and that's it. It will be just a different flavor to the Su-27 at 13.0 right now, right? Which is pretty alright in my opinion. The BMD-4M, different version of the BMD that was added before. It is interesting that it is a premium, and for some reason they don't like to add BMDs for the Tech 3. But yeah, some ships were added as well. We already knew some of these. The leak lists were pretty correct in most of these things. The Panzerhaus is coming as a premium, but for Italy, as a Hungarian Panzerhaus, right? For the Germans, it is a Tech 3 vehicle. The Strela 10M, an earlier model of the Strela, is being added for the Germans, for the British, for the Italians as well. So yeah, very big amounts of nations getting the Strela 10M. It's gonna be an earlier model than the Russian one, but still. The Eurofighter, yes, I don't know why people are still asking this, but of course the Eurofighter is gonna be added for the British and the Italians as well, but they show it, the Eurofighter, for the Germans. It does indeed have the brimstone. The performance of the aircraft is amazing. It has more than 380 countermeasures. Yes, you heard that correct. And it has a very cool cockpit, so it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, nothing that we weren't expecting, right? AIM-9 LIs, AIM-9Ms, AIM-120Bs. You know, it uses the captor radar, normal radar, mechanically scan it. But yeah, very cool aircraft, but it does have a very good capability on doing air-to-ground. They show it as well in the English stream, the way that everything is working with the new a new feature. I'm gonna show when the dev server opens up, but basically there is a new feature where you're gonna be able to click on the map and basically, you know, have a point that you can fire at a weapon, or the camera will be pointed towards that. So I'm gonna show that when the time comes, but a very, very good feature, probably the best feature in the game in my opinion, added in this update, right? Of course they show it, all the TIE vehicles, the Alpha Jets, the F-84s, the F-5s, AV-8S. The AV-8S is pretty interesting. It has a late variant now with AIM-9Ls, 4 AIM-9Ls, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the Gripen, F-16, nothing too crazy, but yeah. Then HQ-17 is gonna be added, advanced Tor basically, so a more advanced Tor with better missiles, better systems overall, so very, very cool. The Rafale was shown. It is going to be the F3R version, and with that it will have either a PESA or an AESA radar. They are saying it's an AESA, but in the game it wasn't ready yet, and it was showing the name as it was a normal PESA radar. So we gotta wait and see how this is going to be added, but probably it's going to be the AESA, I would say, because they are saying that it's gonna be, but it's not ready yet, of course. There are some features in radars that got changed. For example, now the radar will tell you basically the difference in altitude to the target that you are locking on, some other little things like that. The RWR of the Su-27, for example, will show if the target is, you know, below you or above you, which is pretty cool. And then we have some other little things which are basically just small features and small like doubts, not doubts, but like stuff that they confirmed or denied, right? So for example, the Rafale will receive an IR missile. It's probably not gonna be the MiG-IR. I think it was already denied, but it is going to receive, you know, an IR missile. It wasn't having that, but of course it is going to have that when the time comes, when the dev server comes out, or the patch, and etc. Mike suggests that the Su-30 it might come in 2025, but no exact confirmation. I mean, it doesn't matter. We will see these aircraft eventually anyway, right? And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, there are more things here and there, but yeah, one thing that you can for sure be, you know, grinding for it, that I know you guys love when I talk about this, is that the Su-33, like I said, it's a squadron vehicle, 600,000 points, more or less, they said, so it's gonna be a lot. The German Eurofighter is below the F4F, so if you don't have the F4F, go grind it. The British Eurofighter is below the Gripen, so if you don't have the Gripen, go after it. And the Italian one is below the F-16A, so for you to start to grind. The Rafale is below the Mirage 2005F, okay? So this is it, basically a very quick recap of the streams. This is the majority of the stuff. Of course, they showed more stuff, maps, and some other little features here and there. But when the time comes, when the dev server opens, I will be covering that as well. Okay, guys? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and yeah, leave a like. Bye.